Hey there folks, another benchmark video with the i7-12700F. This one we are doing it with this ID cooling, you can see that, SE914XT. TDP is 150 watts on this. Alright, so we got Intel Extreme Tuning Utility up. We will eventually jump into Cinebench R20. What we're going to do though, let me kill this thing here. Do a couple things. One, just sitting in here, we can get an idea what the CPU temp gets to. Looks like it's dropped as low as 26. So one of the better cheap CPU coolers we've had in here, at least so far. So I'm going to clear this out. I've got power limit set to default for this first round. And now let's go ahead and hit the benchmark. So this is an i7-12700F, just like the other videos. Z690 motherboard. I think this is Z690A MSI Pro. And so you see the temp there got up to at least 70. And I am using this information basically in a big old shootout. We're going to compare anywhere from 5 to 10 CPU coolers that I have to include the stock coolers. Alright, so 69 degrees for this test isn't too bad. You can see the score. This thing's done, got into the 7,000s with power limits up and a better CPU cooler, so we'll see how that goes. Since I didn't show it to you, and while the CPU cools off a little bit, there's CPU RTX 2060 in there right now, which doesn't matter. And then there is the MSI Pro. Alright, let's go to advanced. So power limits, PL1, we're going to send this all the way to unlimited, hit apply. Now there's the potential for either thermal limit throttling, folks, or current limit throttling. I did not notice if we had power limit throttling the last go round. Usually you solve that by bumping up the power limits, and then that can create thermal limit throttling or current limit throttling. Alright, let's go ahead and clear this out. Alright, so temp's back down. Let's go ahead and hit the benchmark, and we should see a higher score this time. We are using the ID cooling thermal paste on this, and once again, ID cooling SE914. I did pay for this, by the way. I don't pay for all my CPU coolers, but I did pay for that one. If you work for ID cooling, you want to send me some more coolers, hey, I'd love to get some more coolers tried out on the channel. Alright, so 74, you see an increase in the temperature. Boom! The score went way up, right? I don't know if it was 1,000, 900, whatever, but huge increase in the scoring. Alright, so we are going to, and I wasn't paying attention, folks. We obviously didn't do this because it didn't get anywhere near 100, and I didn't notice if this one went off. The really cheap CPU cooler that I did did have an issue here. Oh, I didn't mention it. I'm only plugged in out of the two 1x8 CPU power connectors. We've only got 1x8 plugged in, alright? Alright, let us clear this out. I think I was pointing with the wrong mouse, but here's current limit throttling, thermal limit throttling, and power limit throttling, alright? So if you want to go back and watch that, see if I missed something. So now what we're going to do, folks, we're going to pull up Cinebench R20. Surprised it doesn't pop up because I haven't been using this computer for anything but benchmark videos. And there's R20. Well, actually, I guess I played a game of Fortnite, but we benchmarked on there. So what we'll do is we're going to hit run, and then we are going to, I wonder if I can do this. I used to be able to do this where I could fit it. Yep, doesn't look like I can do it. Fit it in that little box area, but I guess I was running at 4K resolution. So we're going to minimize this. You will obviously be able to tell when it starts, when it stops, right? And if we just put it right over here, you'll be able to see that. But it's going to, in a second, I'm going to jump over to XTU so you can see the numbers. Now, that is our highest score we've had, 8082. So I would expect we'll be just under that. All right, here we go. And you can see it climbing. So this is the program that could potentially cause this to change to yes. We're not anywhere near 100 degrees, so we're not hitting thermal limit throttling. And we're not going to do power limit throttling because we've got power limits blown way up. All right, we did hit 81. Oh, there it is. See that? Current limit throttling. Now, if I wanted to get rid of that, folks, I would plug in the other 1x8 CPU power connector, and we probably would be all right. I say that. We're not going to demonstrate it, but I think in the past I have done that. And looks like we're done. So temperatures got up to 84. And the power wattage usage 182. So that is above the TDP of this thing. But it's still hung in there like a champ. But folks, that's all I'm going to show in this video. Thanks for checking it out. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.